You almost feel like an outsider. It's a dark place. Now we have to start all over. Probably the darkest it's ever been. You're sad and down and out, and you ask yourself, why did this have to happen? It's in this moment that you find out who you really are and what you're really about.
What's going on, everybody? It's Jay Wilson, and you are looking at the Revival, the 220, the mixed Malawi tank. There is about 9 fish in here. I'll discuss that on Sunday regarding why there aren't that many fish in here. However, we do have fish on order, but I wanted to say a few things regarding this tank, why it took so long, and, well, I wanted to get your opinion down in the comments of what you think of the mixed Malawi tank. So right off the bat, there is color. We've got fish from Trevor O'Shea at the Wonder of Cichlids, and we've got fish from Imperial Tropicals in here. And what you can't see is we still have the 2 Synodontis catfish that we've had for about 6 years now. So really excited to get this tank set up, rocking and rolling, and operational. We've had some setbacks, and I'm talking for the last couple of years there's been some setbacks, and then there was some setbacks initially setting this up. I found out reasons that were keeping this tank from clearing, from fully cycling, from fish issues, and all of that, like I said, will be on Sunday. So one of the really cool things about this tank is the Malawi background. The Malawi background is molded around the overflow, and the Malawi background is one of the first gray backgrounds that I ever had in any one of my African cichlid tanks. This thing is being filtered by a massive sump, an FX6, and an FX4 that is not under this aquarium, but to the side of it, and that was helping polish the water because we were having that issue. Now, I'll show you the whole sump setup and the filtration here in a moment, and then we'll dive deeper into what else is running this aquarium. One thing that I wanted to do was replicate Lake Malawi in a little bit better fashion than I have in the past. So this does pay homage to some of those older tanks. However, it does kind of push the bar in terms of recreating a more natural environment. For instance, I have the river stone from Universal Rocks. I've got some of the original rocks from that very first 220 gallon that everybody knows about. And we changed the Carib Sea Sahara sand to some Carib Sea tan sand, which is more, I think they call it like a pinkish. Then we added some small river pebbles and some Carib Sea Cichlid Rift. I don't know, it's a mixture of shells and rocks, but it really turns this into an amazing scape. And one of the more fascinating things is the ability to mix and match colors of rock and shapes and styles of rock from Universal Rocks to create what we did here. The background is molded 100% around the overflow box. It is not completely sealed, as none of my backgrounds are completely sealed, but it does have the black silicone running all along the edges, the bottom, but does not have it on the top. There is a void or vacancy behind the background. However, I feel that it is a very small amount of water and it is not going to pose an issue into this pretty epic tank. The light currently on this aquarium is the Fluval 3.0 Planet. It is just one 48-inch light. However, I'm thinking about adding some accent lighting, but I can change a lot of the coloration. I can change the intensity, and overall, I'm extremely happy with this aquarium. Now, the lighting, the filtration, everything has been upgraded to that original 220. The background is upgraded. We're paying homage to an old one. The sand is a brand new, but tying in Lake Malawi. We've got some amazing new fish. We've got some really neat new rocks from Universal Rocks and some old ones that were in the original 220. Matter of fact, this one right here is the same exact rock that was in that first 220, and it's kind of cool. I mean, to be able to do this again on a whole different level and kind of up my game in terms of what I'm able to create for myself and my family and you guys is, honestly, it's awesome. So let's take a walk through and let's check out the sump, the filtration, and some of these awesome fish. Well, now that you got a sneak peek, or I should say a full peek of this epic Lake Malawi mixed tank, we've got some fish coming from the Fish Hut of New Jersey. We got some fish coming from Cunningham cichlids, and we potentially have a couple more fish coming from the Wonder of Cichlids, but that remains to be seen. This thing is stable now. It is running properly. We are super pumped. We hope you are super pumped. And honestly, again, let me know in the comments what you think of this new aquarium. Yes, there's a little bit of history to it, and yes, it's something new in the sense that we just set it up and we're pushing those Lake Malawi boundaries of creating a scape that, one, is more natural, and two, I think looks better than my original one from the 220. I'm trying to replicate the same stock list that I've had over the years. It is very hard to get some of those fish at the same exact sizes, so we are working in the 3 to 5 inch range for specific fish. Once I finally get that load stabled out, I will just allow it to run its course for a while before I start adding 2 or more fish, and then we will just see this tank mature and grow. So If you haven't already, it is time to subscribe because we are back. Malawi is back, Tanganyika is here, vivariums are here, and we got some amazing thing in store for you in 2019 to include the refugium that has some shrimp in it. And hint, if you check us out on Instagram and Facebook, you'll know that we've got some really cool shrimp stuff coming up as well. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, tweeting, retweeting, double tapping, commenting, liking, doing all of the things that make this channel relevant. Yes, that is an old ending, but we will end the same way as we always do, and you know what's next. Holla! You stayed till the end. It's a little motivation time. So it's Thursday. We've got the weekend ahead of us. And, I mean, honestly, stop wasting time. I do it. I say this time and time again. We waste so much time doing aimless things that we fill our plates with a ton of stuff that we never complete, yet we always say we're doing a lot of things. But are we? Or are we just thinking about a lot of things and not executing on the level in which we need to execute on? We all have problems, we all have issues, and we all have obstacles we have to overcome. We need to stop competing with the people in front of us and start competing with the people that we are. Be a better person tomorrow than you are today, and continue to push your boundaries, raise your goals, and be a better person in this really cool world. Thank you so much.